Right, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be playing some Gruul and going as big as we can and kind of testing the RNG a little bit here because we're going to be playing both Smuggler Surprise and Random Encounter. Right, so obviously we need a lot of mana to get where we're going, so we're starting with a couple of Gene Pollinators, some Llanowar Elves, and of course we're going to be playing Smuggler Surprise, though maybe we should be playing 4 of these instead of just 3, so we'll come back around to that in a second. We do have some Badger Mole Cubs. Obviously we're trying to get a bunch of mana. We have Intrepid Paleontologist to help deal with graveyard stuff and make us some mana. Some Leyline Weavers, because these untap, which is also nice. And then we have Cactus Sure Shot. Now, Cactus Folk Sure Shot is a card you don't see too often, but it does have reach, it does have ward, so it's hard to kill, and it gives all of our bigger stuff haste. Speaking of which, we have Terror of the Peaks to help deal some extra damage, especially if we can get those in play with the Surprise or Random Encounter. We have Calamity, Galloping Inferno, which can combo with some of our big cards to get a win. Overlord of the Boiler Bilges, this is some spot removal, but also just being a big body to help us finish. We do have those random encounters we were talking about, and this lets you mill 4, and then you put each creature card that's milled this way onto the battlefield, so you're hoping to hit at least 2 of your big creatures, in most cases. And then we have Vaultborn Tyrant to help us stay in the game with some extra life and whatnot. So kind of doing a few different things here, but going heavy on the upper end, hoping we get our mana, hit those big spells. But what you should hit is our friends over at Tales of Adventure. It's toamagic.com. You can save 5% on all your Magic purchases if you use my code DRAGON. It's DRAGN. But that aside, let's go see how random these big creatures hit the battlefield. Maybe how randomly. Maybe that's more accurate. Either way, let's go play some games with some big creatures. Oh, quick reminder, I don't want to forget this. We got to announce a winner. So if you are Dave6738, I believe it is, it'll be here on screen. You need to go look at the Discord link in the description, hop in the Discord, send me a message, and we will send a prize package out to you for leaving a comment on our Selesnya counters list. And for anybody else who wants to be a weekly winner, all you have to do is leave a relevant comment to each video that you watch on the channel, and we pick one from the previous week, and it could be you. You get a free prize package of some cool stuff. But let's go get back into those games. Yeah, right now the deck has 3 surprise and 3 random encounter, but in hindsight, maybe I should cut one of the big creatures, or maybe even cut a Sure Shot, and then just play maybe an extra Smuggler Surprise or something. Feels smarter, but we'll see. Yeah, you can have that guy, I guess. Why not? Question is, are you discarding, or are you just happen to be playing Ruthless Negotiation? Let's find out. Deep Cavern Bat. Okay, well, I guess I'll take a Badger Mole Cub. Fair enough. Everyone fears that card, and rightfully so. We're just going to attack here. And if our opponent... Let's see. If they make us discard, I guess we'll go ahead and fire off the Smuggler Surprise. Okay, they didn't. We're probably going to do it anyway, though, here. Because we don't have any creatures in our hand. We'd like to just find something useful here. And then maybe just set up the random encounter. Hopefully get something good off that. Ooh. Well. I guess we go... Geez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I guess I'll take this and this. Not really sure how I feel about that, actually. I was kind of closer than I really wanted it to be. Keep applying a little pressure here. Maybe they'll forget Leyline Weaver has the big crossbow. Or it's not really a crossbow, it's just a bow and arrow. Elegy Acolyte. They're gonna do it. Oh, did they remember? Okay, they remembered last minute. Nope, they didn't remember. Opponent, you don't want to attack your opponent. I guess maybe they're thinking about it for some reason because they're checking the Badger Mole Cub. That's wild. I have no clue why you'd want to attack here. I mean, I guess a creature goes away, so you make the 2/2. I mean, that was an option. Ooh. Oh, I wasn't planning on drawing that. That's fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would untap, and then we... okay, here's what we could do. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's play the Terror of the Peaks. And then if need be, we can protect it with the Smuggler Surprise. And then we can try to random encounter. Also, these kind of work together because at the end of turn, you return those creatures to your hand. Yeah. I guess we just lose this. But then if they're in your hand, then you can use Smuggler Surprise. Assuming we don't have to use it here, obviously. I mean, they might want to attack with the Acolyte just to test us. To see if we'd block. But they have something here to use pre-combat, it looks like. Okay, they're going for it. Nope, we're not going to allow that to happen. So let's go ahead and protect our stuff with power 4 or greater. Got some free damage there as well from them targeting the Terror of the Peaks. Then they take 2 here. Alright. Then I guess we just go for it. Alright, that's not bad. That's not bad. So we get rid of this. Get another Terror of the Peaks. That's sweet. Go ahead and attack here. I guess, well, I guess it didn't really matter. I was just thinking I could have killed the Deep Cavern Bat instead, but they still would have gained 4 from there after blocking the Tyrant even with the trample. But here we just attack with everything. They take 5. Well, I guess you could block 5, block 2, take 6, be it 3. So, like, yeah, it's still not bad for us. But yeah, interesting. I didn't think it was going to play out like that, but I will take it. I guess we keep it? I'm kind of hoping not for that. I was hoping we had maybe some other 2-mana thing so I could play like Cub, tap the Pollinator, play something else. Would be real nice. They have a Pollinator of their own. Followed by a Llanowar Elf. No, a Mockingbird to make another Pollinator. Okay, that'll hopefully help a little bit. And then play a Paleontologist. Alright. So we can tap for 2, 4, 6, 7 next turn. We could random encounter followed by Smuggler Surprise. And then just hope we're not dead. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, those are huge. Oh, that's massive. Deal 2 to the opponent. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, that won't kill anything. All right. Yep. Yeah, that was a virtually ideal hit there because we'd get to deal 5 from this. So we get to pick off a flyer. Get to deal... No, I guess we just did... Oh, and then we have the other 4. So yeah, we get to kill the flyer and the Ouroboroid and still get to attack, which means this would pick off a creature as well. Then we're getting in for 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then we still have Smuggler Surprise next turn to redo that whole turn. Like, ooh, doesn't get a lot better than that. Only if we'd have hit, like, Calamity, probably. Ooh. Can we keep this? I guess I'll try. It feels pretty bad if we don't find any more lands, though. Because rarely does your first mana creature live, right? Yeah, that's not great. At least we can use one of these to go look for mana. Could be worse, I suppose. Yeah, I assumed you're out of here, Paleontologist. With the seam rip, no less. Alright. Sure. We are finding land, so that's good. Enduring Innocence. That's not a card I expected you were going to... Not that it's a bad card. Just wasn't expecting to see that there. We put another random encounter in the yard. 1, 2, 3. I will take one of these. Actually, should I take a... I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, let's take these. Just so we have access to spot removal in the meantime. I was about to say this was some type of control pile with, like, tokens and whatever, but maybe it's not. The good news is, though, they're not likely to have any counters in these decks, so we kind of get to do what we want if we hit our cards. There's a Manifold Mouse. We don't like that. Okay, play you tapped. Might as well play the other one, because we can't take double damage from 2 mice. That's kind of rough. Alright, we're going to have to hope this is a good random encounter next turn. But if it is decent, we get random encounter into Smuggler Surprise into random encounter, since we already have the mana. Uh-oh, do they want to destroy our duders? We would rather them get rid of those, honestly. Oh, they might be about to shelter here, I think is the thing. Yeah. Fair enough. Authority of the Consoles, no! That's actually super good against us. Take the one with fewer counters, but why would you... Okay, well, sure, your choice, I guess. Alright, to be fair, though, probably the least damaging that turn could have been. And if we can find something with Terror of the Peaks, it still deals damage when it enters, so we could still get some value, regardless. And then we could do this during their end step, so then we wouldn't have to worry about the Authority of the Consoles. So, alright. First goal is hit something good off the random encounter, basically. Alright, take 2. I feel like that's the least that was going to happen on that turn, so I will not complain. Alright, so we're going to do this. Hope we hit something good. We did not, so that's very disappointing. Granted, these all get to enter the battlefield during their end step next turn, or during the attack step, whenever we decide to do it. Attack step if we think they're going to lethal us with something crazy. End step if we don't think we need it. Oh, you're just going to shelter the other one. All right, fair. I guess there's no point doing it during the attack step anyway. Oh, well, yeah, now we're just dead. So we have to find exactly Vaultborn Tyrant here to even have a chance to not die. No, we're just dead. Yeah, we're just dead. Yep. All right, cool. Ooh, mulligan that. That's basically the same hand. I guess that's a sign. Maybe we just traded, what, a random encounter for a Terror of the Peaks? Alright. We'll see if we can get there. I doubt it, but you gotta try. Okay, they didn't do anything there, so that's kind of nice, I guess. Pass a turn. Ouroboroid time. Oh, no. Solemn Simulacrum. What? Are we going to see a different color here? Nope, it's all forest. Interesting. I'm just going to fire this off here, then. Wow, that wasn't super great. Take this and a forest? Go ahead and play this guy. You have a lot of mana here. Hedron. Oh, is this mono green Ugin? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's not good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, yeah. Might as well block. We can see the writing on the wall where this one's going. Can I get another Smuggler? Oh, actually, you know what? That's even better. I was about to say, can we get another Smuggler surprise? But this will do nicely. Because all of these trigger when they see each other. And that's enough to get rid of the opponent before we even get to the damage step. Oh boy, what the hell do we do with this hand? We have to mulligan that, right? Like, there's just not enough going on there. That's one of those hands that if we'd have just kept drawing land, that hand gets really ugly. That's just not what you want. Okay, well, it might have been better than this hand, but we'll see. Emberheart Challenger. Guess what? I'm not blocking. Oh, I was afraid of that. I almost... Lee. Alright. I'm going to use this. Hopefully see like a Llanowar Elf and a Forest or something here. Oh, that's not good. Oh, we need mana so bad. Guess I'm going to take a Forest and an Overlord. Maybe I was supposed to take the other... I don't know. That was a tough choice. Maybe I should have taken the Paleontologist. I was just thinking, if we still draw another untapped land, I still have this to get rid of a creature, and that's maybe something. But who the heck knows here? Yep. It's real big. Take 7. Go to 11. Man. Alright, we at least have you as a blocker here, I suppose. Go ahead and do this. Off the Slick Shot. And then hope we're not dead? I mean, I don't know what else to do here. Oh. The fact that they even thought about attacking and backed out tells us they can't... Well, weird. Why would you not attack if you had that? Oh, maybe they're worried about us going off here. What? I assume that means they had nothing. 2, 4, 5, 6. So our play really would have just been Terror into a Llanowar Elf, shoot them for 1, have some blockers, and then hopefully go off the next turn. But... Alright, for being stuck on land, somehow we stole a win from a... Is it aggro deck? Sure. We'll try our best with this one. I'm actually going to play this first. Mostly because if they have a kill spell, I'd rather it get that, because that needs more help to produce mana, other than just, oh, they're playing a Chocobo. So I guess none of it mattered anyway. But it could have, and that's what's important. Let's go ahead and do this. We don't have much else going on. Play this tapped. We have back-to-back or Overlord of the Boiler Bilges that we could kill something with. Hopefully something like a Tifa would be cool. I would take that as a fair offering. But we'll see. Alright, we'll take our 1, because we're obviously not blocking. We like our mana too much here. Wow, opponent didn't do anything. Well, how do we feel about this? I guess we just pass? They obviously have protective spells of some kind. I don't know if it's overprotect or just snakeskin veil or whatever, but all right, so that's going to become a 5. You know, as much as I want to get tricky with Smuggler Surprise, I might just use it to go digging here. Because if we can find even like a mole, we could just play Overlord of the Boiler Bilges. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still only going to have 5 mana next turn. I guess we take Terror and a land? Oh, another Terror, though. That doesn't suck. Alright, no attack. Though if we don't block, next turn we could play... Oh, there's a Tifa. I was just thinking we take 5. Then we could play Terror. Or if we Overlord, get to deal 5 and 5. No, I guess we still have to block. That's rough. Still the right choice. Weaver is cool, but probably not good enough. Actually, can we... No, we're a mana short. I was thinking I was about to Terror and then Weaver, and that would have been cool. We could Weaver, shoot something. I think we're wrecked is the problem, either way. I don't think there's much way around it. So here's what we do. We shoot that. Shoot that. They obviously are going to protect Tifa here. Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. Looks like they still have another one. Alright, we'll attack. Only because I think this is the only chance we have to win. We need them to not have one of their nuts cards that pump Tifa 3-4 times or whatever. Okay, yeah, then we're just dead. The fact that they're even doing that tells us that we're dead. Yeah, alright, GG's. We don't even need to know. Like, we're gonna mulligan that, since we can't even play anything turn 1 with 2 1-mana creatures. Let's keep this, though. Put back Calamity. Well, I do like that being able to search for things if we get stuck is kind of important. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. They have a Storm Chaser's talent, which you're going to be seeing a lot of over the next few weeks, I imagine. Pass a turn. If you attack, I'm not blocking, obviously. Alright, doing your end step. Let's Smuggler Surprise. Would you like to counter that? A lot of times people are eager to use their counters. So okay. They didn't bite, though. I was kind of hoping. Oh, double Badger Mole, though. Alright. Not what I was expecting, but we'll take it. Mole? To play Mole? I don't know what I'm going to do with all this mana, but I have it. You can counter this one with a Quench or whatever. Alright, so I effectively have 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14 mana. I could cast and flashback random encounter if we draw it next turn. That's so dumb. On what is that, turn 4 that'll be? All right, come on. Let's find random encounters so we can back. This would be the first time I've ever done that. That'd be huge. Or we just get more moles. That's disappointing. All right, well. Sure, just make one dude bigger at this point. I mean, they're just trying to combo off here. So it's just, can we find our cards before they find their cards? And realistically, if we could find Vaultborn Tyrant into something would be useful. But as it stands, we're probably just attacking even with the Badger Moles next turn. Because we don't even need this much mana, you know? Yep. You want to torch another one? Sure. Yeah. I mean, you get the combo off here, so if you got it, keep going. All right, now they found it. All right. Sure, let's do it. Should be a reasonable enough hand. Okay, that could be something later. Surveil lands. Is this the graveyard deck? Oh no, that's a whole different thing there. Oh, can't do that unless we play this. Fair. All right. I mean, something's not going to survive here, right? Yeah, get rid of you for sure. All right, play that. Go attacking. Play another one of these. All right. Spyglass Siren, yep. Once they get to 4, you do have to be aware that they could flash in the Curiosity. And then can't really attack freely. But we're leaving mana open here. Well, that's not suspicious at all, is it? Alright, well. I don't even know if we attack, right? Do we even want them to play, like, their Curiosity, draw a card? Next turn. Alright, I'm still attacking. They're at 12. We're not going to not attack. Like, even if they come in for 1, they play their dude, draw a card, they're at 10 or less. Oh, if they block here, obviously it won't matter. But if they don't, they're at 8. Yeah. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, nowhere to run is fine. I assume something like that could happen, so not the end of the world. Now, this could give something hexproof and indestructible, so it won't die here, which I kind of like. So let's do this. Let's get this and a Ba Sing Se. So it still gets the -3, but it does have indestructible, so it doesn't die to the 1 damage. Now its hexproof doesn't matter, though, because nowhere to run's a silly magic card. We do have access to random encounter now, though. Yeah, and we do have the mana, so you know what that means. We're here to have our fun. Let's go. Excellent. Get us a card and 3 life. And seeing the sucky part here for the opponent is killing the Vaultborn Tyrant doesn't do anything because you just replace it with a 6. So you take 6 less for the turn, but it actually still gives us value. You probably kill the Sure Shot here and just take 8. Okay, that works. Tap down the Vaultborn Tyrant. Why would you not tap the Tyrant? Because now you're going to take trample damage, opponent. At least block and kill the Paleontologist. There you go. Alright. So opponent's at 6. And as long as Sure Shot's out, every Tyrant has to be dealt with on site. Has to be countered or killed or something there. Though, that being said, we almost have enough mana to activate our land and Ba Sing Se to attack. So yeah, I don't know what their best play is here. Could also just Sure Shot, then activate a land. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. It'd be 1 short. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do this since they know we have it. They might have another, like, Flood Pitch Drowner or something here. Ooh, Terror's kind of nice. Do we have another Drowner? Alright. I mean, I guess you could flash in a Curiosity. Oh, Aetherize. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Discard. Sure. Does it even matter here? Probably does. Actually, we already have all of our colors. Let's just do that. Been seeing a lot of Aetherize lately. Probably to pick up, like, the creature lands. So they go back to your hand, but, you know. Whatever works. You got it. Strategic Betrayal. Alright, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 is what we're looking at land-wise. So I say we go here. I assume their plan is just like to try to mill us or something. I don't really know. Wan Shi Tong for, yeah, no bonus? Sounds great, I guess. Though now, actually, knowing they played a Wan Shi Tong, I should have held on to the second Paleontologist. Because I could, like, Terror plus Paleontologist would have been reasonable. Counter target creature spell. What's the whole thing on that? If a GIF was promise. Counter target spell instead. Yeah, sure, that's fine. We are not mad at that. Ooh. If we play a land, we get to Terror plus random encounter. Now, if they counter here, then okay, well, now they can't Aetherize. So now they have to have... Well, we know they're going to have at least Long River's Pool that they could take. So they may just play that to counter the Terror of the Peaks here. Yep. And then we're going to random encounter. Hopefully we hit anything relevant. Those do not really qualify as relevant, let me tell you. Those were quite sad. But it's still enough. Yeah, and I think the tough spot there for the opponents, you have to block the 4, so you still take 2, 3, 4. And then you're faced with all the creature lands and everything. Even if they hit their mana and they were playing a sweeper, they just die to the variety of lands next turn. That's wild that we just play these long games and just keep hitting our mana drops. Okay. Sure. Not really sure where this is going to go. Obviously, if we could find a badger mole or something, that would be great. But we'll see. Though maybe I'm supposed to gamble and just play a Llanowar Elf anyway, and then just say, hey, we're going to risk it to try to find the land. But there's so many spot removals and like 1-mana things. And this is already like a really tough matchup it's going to be. So, I mean, in this fight, you really have like 2 turns. Okay. At least they only had Shaz's Chocobo here. And it's going to be tapped. So if we can find an untapped land here, we could get rid of the bigger Chocobo and buy ourselves some time, which would be good. Yep, no blocks. Come on, deck. Don't fail us. Okay. All right. Not the way we were looking to go about business, but not terrible either. So now we could Smuggler Surprise. That's pretty big. So let's do this. And we set ourselves up pretty well for next turn. Because now we could Smuggler Surprise, get this, pick off multiple things. They would have haste and get to attack. This triggers again. So this could be strong. Opponent does have an island here, though, so they're not playing your typical landfall deck. Mono green landfall, anyway. And they might want to bounce a Badger Mole here to slow us down. No, they're going Gene Morph. Sure. You got it. And they're playing Llanowar. All right, so yeah, we're good to go. Shields are down, folks. Yeah, we just take that. No blocks. This is a huge turn. Ooh, wait. If we play this, does it change anything? So we tap for 3, for 6, 7. No, I mean, it just gives our stuff indestructible, which doesn't really matter all that much. But, I mean, I guess on some level it might. Sure. Let's do that. Oh, actually, we get more because we get to turn this into a guy. Random. Ooh, does that mean we have 2, 4, 6? Why did I think we were going to have more there? Oh, no, because it's 3, 6, 9. Yeah, so now we do this. We can do this, and this, and this. All right, yeah, so that makes way more sense. Yeah, tap you. Oh, and there's a random encounter in the art. Oh, and we got all of it. We got all of it. Okay, sure, let's go Calamity. And the Stomping Ground? I don't even know, let's just get a mountain. And then I guess we'll go Terror of the Peaks Calamity. Pick off that. We will play a land that does nothing. We will crew up. We will attack with the thing that already had haste. Get you out the way, get you out the way. Send 5 upstairs, and then that should get the job done. Wow. Love it when a plan comes together. Yeah, sorry about the math situation there. Like, when you're working on a billion things all day, things just skip your mind. But yeah, it worked out anyway. Yeah, y'all, this one was a lot of fun, but I'm not going to tell y'all to build this. It's, for one, it's very rare and mythic intensive for what it is. And I think because in the current environment, you got to have some type of early interaction, and this just doesn't have it. So you end up, assuming you hit your mana, then you just have to get lucky, because that's the whole goal, right? You got to hit something with random encounter or have big guys in hand. And we didn't even have a situation where we had big creatures in hand to use with our Smuggler Surprise, I think, except for once. So that was very disappointing. Lots of fun. Don't get me wrong. Great fun, but I'd be surprised if you stay above 50% on a regular basis with this. So probably not something I'd recommend, but great to just watch the big turns you can have. But either way, if y'all have the cards, you want to try it, link will be over on Moxfield. Y'all can download it, give it a go. But otherwise, that's all I have you for now. We'll see you next time.